Hi, I'm Nick Brisson and I'm 27.
And I'm Jennifer Brisson and I'm 26.
We are both registered nurses and we own a small hobby farm here in Preston, Connecticut, where we have chickens, goats, and a couple beehives. The real purpose of our moving is for us to expand our farm. The name of our farm is Honeybee Farm, where we said before that we raise goats, chickens, and bees. We have a lot of hobbies, so we need storage everywhere.
Let me just say my husband's a little bit disorganized and a little bit messy, so I need a lot of shelving in the basement. We make our own honey. We like to make our own goat's cheese with the fresh goat's milk we have.
Applesauce. Always have the chicken eggs available for all the local town for everyone to come and grab some eggs.
We have our own garden and we like to can our own food, and we like to consider ourselves
the modern homesteaders. We're going to need a barn for the goats, obviously, a large fenced-in area. We need storage for hay and other food, and as well as our equipment, such as our big tractor and ATVs and stuff like that. We also... Stop right there.
Well, the outside might be more important to my husband. The inside is what matters to me. I'm looking for 3 to 4 bedroom house, 2+ bathrooms. I'm really looking for that old character in the home, original fireplaces, hardwood floors.
We really would love this house to basically tell a story.
I'm looking for French doors, crown molding.
Some stainless steel appliances.
We can just add those later.
But I don't want to have to do anything to this house now. Over the course of the past 6 months or so, we've probably looked at about a dozen homes with our realtor Lee with IMT Realty. It's been difficult because we have such a unique need with all of our farm animals and what we're looking for.
It's especially difficult since my husband Nick is so picky with everything he wants, he makes it almost impossible to find a house. I would say my husband's dream house is a old style farmhouse with an old covered porch, a 3-car garage, but with all the modern amenities without having to do any work at all to the house.
Whereas my wife would really love a 1700s colonial with all of the fixer-upper qualities that I'm not looking for. Hence the dilemma that we've been having, whereas the house is more important to her, whereas the land is more important to me. We do agree on some things, such as we both grew up with a wood stove, so that was definitely a huge thing. We both wanted some type of land, although we disagree on the...
My land requirements is probably a lot different than my husband's land requirements.
She'd probably be okay with just a few acres, and I was looking for anything close to 50.
Which really narrowed down our house hunt because there's barely any houses out there with 10+ available acres.
We definitely wanted to be far away from neighbors, far away from the road.
Those are definitely deal breakers for us.
Absolutely.
What I'm really looking for is an old style. We do not want modern. That would be a deal breaker for us as well. I'm looking for more than 1 bathroom. We've been living for the past couple years with 1 bathroom, and that also does not work well. I'm looking for a large master closet and an ensuite.
We love a large, very large kitchen with as much counter space as possible. The current one we have is very hard to cook for anything more than 2 people.
We would like an open concept kitchen to the living room because we like to have a lot of family functions, and well, I would like to say I do a lot of the cooking, but I don't. So I know my husband probably doesn't want to be secluded in the little kitchen by himself.
And with our large family, we need some cooking space. One of the bigger things on my list is having at least a 3-bay garage. I tinker on pretty much anything with an engine and wheels. I grew up with my brothers, pretty much fixing, breaking, and restoring anything you can think of.
The garage is not that high up on my list, so it's probably a deal breaker for Nick, but it's certainly not a deal breaker for me.
One thing I love about this house is that it was made in the 50s, so we have the original plaster everywhere in the house. I love the natural light, but I hate the fact that we have this big wall here. It kind of separates me from everyone while I'm cooking in the kitchen. This kitchen unfortunately has no character. We have very light wood, plain cabinets, no crown molding whatsoever anywhere. We have laminate countertops, which I really would like to upgrade. And the flooring is also laminate, and I really would like hardwood floors here in the kitchen. It just kind of gives it that real character that I'm looking for. But at the same time, in this house, I really don't want to have to do the work and do all that. I kind of just want it already set in stone.
So this is our master bedroom, and I'd have to say my favorite thing about this room is the big ginormous chimney that goes right through the middle of it. I love the character it gives to the room, and that it's like old country charm. Something else I really love is the original hardwood floors that run throughout our whole house. I love the shiplap on the floor, the walls and the ceilings, and but a really negative thing about it is that it's extremely dark and there's only one window, and that gives me no light to do my makeup or be able to read. We have no room for nightstands next to the bed. We only have enough room for one queen-size bed in here, which is not big enough. I would prefer a king-size bed. There's not enough wall space to be able to put more than one dresser, and there's no closets at all for me to hang my clothes. Everything has to go in the one dresser, which obviously does not work for me.
Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
This is our herd of Nigerian dwarf goats. This is Walker and Texas Ranger. We have Paprika, who just had a litter of twin baby boys. We named them Salt and Pepper.